Alright guys, I've had a couple questions on YouTube of what do I use for a video editing machine. And well, I'm in the kitchen today because upstairs in my room it's warm and I just didn't feel like doing a video down there. I thought I'd maybe make it down here in the kitchen. The wife's still not home. Why not try it? So anyways, a little background. I've been doing computers since 1998 and always loved Dell. Back then I used to do everything Dell, all the laptops and desktops. I moved my career away and did some other stuff, and then changed from doing electronics and home audio and stuff like that back to computers. And I used to work for a company called Unisys Canada, and they did everything Dell, from printers, laptops, desktops, workstations, servers, storage servers, you name it. Anything with the Dell logo on it, I fixed it. So I was getting into video editing and doing stuff from my RC helicopters and planes and all that stuff, and then my jets, and then I said to myself, you know, I really want to get a video editing machine because I'm taking videos and I want to video edit them faster. Instead of using my laptop, I want it to be faster when I'm rendering. So me, with my background, I know computers, I know how to build them and all that stuff, and sourcing out the parts and stuff, and I said to myself, you know what, do I really want to build a computer? Like, it's not hard to build a computer now. You pick what motherboard you want, what CPUs you want, all that kind of stuff. And I started researching, and I'm like, you know, I want dual CPU because if I'm going to build a computer, I want to spend a certain amount of money, and I want a workstation. So when I'm doing CAD or if I'm doing other stuff on my computer, I want something that's going to be fast. So I started researching it, and I was like around the $5,000 mark, and I was like, I'm not spending $5,000 on a computer when I could buy something. So in my path of working at work at that time, I fell in love with my workstation, my Dell workstation. So I actually worked on many of these things, and they were stupid easy, and they were just reliable. So I started searching on eBay, and there's a bunch of different models out there. So this one's a 7810, I believe. This one, 7610 is what this one is. The 7810 and the 7910 uses DDR4, just so you guys know that. So I set myself a budget, and I said, you know what, I want dual Xeons, and I want lots of RAM, so that way when I'm video rendering, I can do stuff in the background and not have anything affect it. So I went out eBay, started searching around, and I started looking for the model that I liked. So I found this one. This one came with 2 Xeons, 8 cores each, times 2, plus 128 gigs of RAM. Now, the RAM was $40 more for double the RAM. The original one came with 64 gigs of DDR ECC memory. And the guy said, well, we have another one with more RAM for like $40 or $50. Do you want to pay the $50? And I went, sure, $50? Hey, I don't care. So I ordered the box. The box was $900 to my door. All it needed was a graphics card. So when I got it, I ordered a nice graphics card. Now, when you're video editing and rendering and stuff like that, you need a card that has lots of CUDA cores. CUDA cores is what does all the rendering. It's like the CPU. The rendering doesn't do it on the CPU anymore. It does it in the graphics card. So the problem was, when I was looking for graphics card, is all these guys building these mining rigs to do all their bitcoins and stuff like that. They're buying all the graphics cards. And I said, well, this sucks. So the graphics cards prices were going up, and I was not really getting anywhere to find a card. So luckily I found one from a friend's shop up in where I used to live, and he sold me this. So this is an EVGA GTX 1070 with 8 gigabytes of RAM. Fast. Love it. So it's been in this box for about 2-3 months now, and I've never had an issue. So in this box I got Windows 10. On the front here, I'll show you. On the front here, we have 2 USB 3.0 ports, a CD DVD drive, and in behind here we have the drives, and they're hot swappable too. So right now I've only got 4 drives in here. I got 2 2TB drives mirrored, and I got 2 256 gig SSD drives in stripe mode for speed. Now, when I have a little bit more money, I'm planning on buying a PCIe SSD drive, which is way, way faster than a SATA drive. So I'll show you what's inside this box. It's probably dusty because it sits on my floor and I haven't cleaned it in many many, many months. As you can tell, hopefully, inside we got 2 Xeons, and underneath here, pull this out, there's 2 banks. They're little channels, so the air goes through here and pushes the air out the back, right? There's 2 of them. All the banks are full of memory. These are all 8 gig sticks inside the box, and then we got the video card on the very bottom here. And the back, pretty simple. 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, Hot-Swappable 1300 watt power supply that just pulls out. I think I don't have the screw in here, so this is going to pull the side cover off. Actually, we'll take it off anyways. Let me show you what the other side looks like. Power supply comes out, so if it ever dies, you just take it out, put it in there, right? And I just use an onboard sound card once in a while, and sometimes I'll plug in my USB sound card that I have. On the inside over here, nothing too special, just the drive caddies. And up here you can buy the 2.5 inch adapters plate that goes in here. You can put in 4 more drives that are 2.5 inch, so you can put up to 8 drives in this box. I'm personally just going to take these 2 SSD drives out and put 2 more 4 terabyte or 2 more 2 terabyte drives in there, and put in an SSID or a PCI. Sorry, I'm mumbling today because I'm tired. PCIe SSD drive in here. As you can also see, I have a RAID card in here. It's an H310. I believe that's what I have in there. I think it's an H310 that I had a spare one of. So that's in. I do give it that. I love it. It does everything I need. And I've never pushed more than 12 gigs of RAM. I always watch the CPU and see what I'm doing, and never goes over it. So 128 gigs of RAM, way overkill. But for $50, double the RAM, never have an issue. What I'm probably going to end up doing is taking out some of the RAM out of this. I'm throwing it into my rack of servers that I have, so I have more speed or more RAM in those. But that's another time. But as I've also got this apart, takes my time. I have time to now take it apart and take the CPU heatsinks off and put new thermal paste. Now, one of the biggest things that I always saw in the field when working on Dell computers and laptops and workstations and stuff like that is Dell uses shitty thermal paste. It's crap. It goes hard and crunchy, like really, really easy. So, bet you that's what's in here. So I'm going to change it out. I have some really good stuff in my little kit here. Turn this light, maybe that'll help. I have a little kit right here. I have some nice Arctic Silver thermal compound, and I have lots of little chem pads. So first thing what I need to do is take the CPU heatsinks off. I brought my trusty screwdriver downstairs. Pull the clip off for the fan because the fan's bolted to it. Now later on I could upgrade the CPUs in this machine, but I really don't push the envelope of this box. Yep, just what I thought. Yucky compound, so I'll show you inside. It's actually hard. There's no residue on there, so it's kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is I will blow out the CPU. Actually not that dirty in here, so it's pretty actually clean inside this box. I thought it'd be a lot dirtier. It's not. So anyways, sorry for moving around a lot. What we'll do is we'll take a chem pad, just ice and propofol on a little cotton pad. Got lots of alcohol in there. I'll take this and squeeze some of it out so it doesn't go all over the place. We'll do the CPU first. Nice and clean. And then I'll do this one. These are all crunchy. Nice and clean, right? Show you the other one. Right? Pretty easy. Take some thermal paste. Now this stuff's really gooey, really liquidy. Put some on here. I busted the clip off of it, so I have to do it the hard way, which is using my screwdriver. Put the lid back on. Take this, push it down. Do the X pattern, because that's what you're supposed to do. We'll throw our ram shrouds back on. It's this way though. Into the little clips. One there. One there. I'm gonna show you. See? Pretty sweet. Okay. Side panel goes on pretty easy. Sits there. The VGA power cord doesn't sit in the way. Back panel. It's supposed to be screwed on, but do I ever put my screws back into my things that I own? Nope. Easy access, right? Pretty much. If anybody's looking to build a computer, nothing wrong with building it, but I just thought to myself, why? I've built so many computers that I know the pros and cons. Sure, it could be fun water cooling a machine and building all these computers and stuff like that, but I said to myself, I don't want to find RAM, match the RAM, find the processors, and do all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to buy the box, put my video card in it, put my drives in it, and use it. Pretty easy. So, that's my machine. If you have any questions or comments, send me a message. Have a great day.